let's face it, you can't earn any incentive trips, any of these awesome things, annual mentor, all of those things that you could earn that would bring you bonuses, bring you amazing experiences. All of those things can't be done without sponsoring and helping others achieve their goals. You cannot do all of that work on your own.
What is up, you guys? It is Emily and welcome back to my YouTube channel if you are new here. So not even going to lie to you guys, this is just a little bit weird and awkward right now. This is the first time I've sat in this chair in 2 weeks and I'm just like, I don't know how to talk to this camera right now. I recorded this intro already 3 times over, so hopefully this is the one that works. But yeah, no, I've just been traveling with family and just lots of family time, and it's kind of distracting me from YouTube a little bit. But now I am officially back at home. I'm ready to get locked and loaded into my YouTube channel, and starting next week, it'll be every Tuesday and Friday. I may or may have not just taken a shot to loosen myself up a little bit because I'm just like, fuck, how do I YouTube? How do I YouTube? So we're gonna give this a go. Hopefully this recording works this time. And today's video is brought to you by one of my subscribers, actually. She sent this in and it's just so interesting, and it is actually by the MLM Scentsy, which I'm not too familiar with. I'm looking at their website right now and it just seems obviously a lot of scents, so diffusers, oils, waxes, warmers, laundry stuff, kid stuff, pet stuff. So I'm about to learn a little bit about it myself here, so it's gonna be an interesting video. And I know a lot of you guys have been requesting a little bit more out there MLMs and not just, you know, the typical Arbonne, Monet, Beachbody, because we've all seen those a million times over. So I'm hoping this video will be a little bit more interesting and you'll get to know a little bit more about a different MLM. Whew, that was quite the intro. If you feel the need to skip, go ahead. But please go ahead and follow me over on my socials at emilyfineyt. It's been so fun interacting with you guys over there as well, and I've just been bad at it lately, not even gonna lie, just with being with my family and just focusing on those relationships in my life. So I really need to take a day or two and just like go through everything. So thank you for being patient. If you've sent me something, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy these videos. I have lots more on my channel, and this video a thumbs up if you enjoy. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into the video.
Hi, I'm Star Director for the Sunshine State Superstars. Patty asked me to make a video for you guys to share with you some of my tips on recruiting. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to you about the why, the who, and the how. So first, let's talk about why. Why recruit? There are so many reasons that you should build a team and sponsor. The positives and the pros are just so long, but these are some of the reasons why I think building a team is smart for you. Okay, so you should focus on sharing the business opportunity because it helps other people. When you are wandering through your day-to-day life, you come across people who have a need. It could be an emotional need, it could be a financial need. There are so many people around us who have this open spot in their soul, in their heart, that they need to fill. You walk around and there's people who have this financial hole. Maybe they're in tons of debt from going to school, or they're barely scraping by living on their spouse's income and they're staying home with their kids. You know, there's so many people out there that have this big gaping hole that we can fill with what we have to offer. So that is the #1 reason, because what you have can help others. That's the #1 reason why you should sponsor.
So my take on that and my opinion on that is it just seems to be, you know, we know they scour the internet for the most vulnerable, they prey on them, they look for people who have underlying issues, whether that means financially, emotionally, like she mentioned, and they try to get you at your most vulnerable, because people like that are more likely to be open to new opportunities, to, you know, jump right in blindly, just do the most because they are being sold a opportunity that more than likely will not even work out for them. So that is what I got from that.
And why you should sponsor. It helps you get closer to all of your goals. It's the smartest way to work your business. I don't care what your goal is. I don't care if you want to make $100 a month or $1,000 a month or $100,000 a year. No matter what you want to achieve from your business, the smartest way to get you there is by helping others succeed. You cannot do all of that work on your own. Do you have any idea how much work you would be putting in to make $1,000 a month versus if you had a team and you were putting in your 500 and focusing on helping them? That's a much smarter way to achieve $1,000 a month. So your second reason is it is the smartest way. I mean, and let's face it, you can't earn any incentive trips, any of these awesome things, annual mentor, all of those things that you could earn that would bring you bonuses, bring you amazing experiences. All of those things can't be done without sponsoring and helping others achieve their goals. So it is a win-win. You are helping others and you are helping yourself grow.
And aha, there is our point proven again. You cannot grow in this type of industry without getting people under you, a downline, and they can fucking scream it into your soul. They can mix up a potion and inject it into your veins and tell you that you do not need a downline to succeed or do that to make any sort of money. And there it is, right out of her mouth. Between adding random people on social media, copy and paste messages, they are gonna do whatever they need to do to get those downlines rocking and rolling.
Number 3 is it's the best way to develop yourself and truly become the best version of yourself. If I, 6.5 years ago when I started my business, would have continued on that path that I was down, which was just selling it casually, not sponsoring anybody, just doing it for a little extra money, I promise you I would not be the person I am today. The person I am today is a better version of myself because of the fact that I have been sponsoring other people, because they hold me accountable. They hold me accountable to be the best for them, so I can continue leading by example and walking the walk, not just talking the talk. So they help to hold you accountable. They also help to encourage you to continue to develop yourself so that you can learn more and grow more, so that you can share and pour into them. Because if you're empty, you can't pour into other people. And as leaders, that's what we do. So they encourage me. They create this need for me to consistently be filling my tank with inspiration, filling my tank with passion, my tank with knowledge. And because of that, I know I'm a stronger recruiter and a stronger seller to this day. So that's just a few of my top reasons for why to sponsor. Your life is so much better when you have a team, I promise. It's so much more rewarding to be part of this journey with other people that you are invested in, you are a part of helping. Okay, so let's talk about who. Who needs this? So many consultants out there, it's almost as if they act like we're pretending people need what we have. When the truth of the matter is, there is a need out there. There is a need, and we are here to fill that need. We are not creating some fake need. We're not trying to convince everyone that they need what we have. So
Pause. That just made me so mad that she said that. Do they not? Like, it is backed up factually. We've all seen it. Do they not make it seem like this is something you cannot live without? The selling, the lifestyle, the car, the bonuses, whatever it may be. They go out of their ways to sell this fake lifestyle. We have seen it. This isn't just something I'm making up. It is factual. It is true. We have caught them. So it's just like, come on, man. Why lie about it when we know what is actually going on?
So many people need what we have. Let's talk about who. Let's talk about someone who's a giver. Something that's maybe not quite as obvious. Well, let's say I want you to look at your list of 100. Think about your peers. Think about your coworkers, maybe at your full-time or part-time job. Think about your family. Who do you know that has a heart to give, a heart for others. That's someone who would love an opportunity to bring extra income in each month that they could 100% donate to that cause, or even donate a percentage. So think about it from a giving standpoint. There are so many people out there who have causes that are dear to their hearts. What if they every month could have a $500 check that they could write to that organization?
Who is joining an MLM to give that money away? That is the first time I've ever heard anything like that. We know that is bullshit. And first of all, they aren't even making the money to be giving it away. That just really does not make any sense to me at all.
$500 to put into that nonprofit. Imagine. So think about who needs it from the standpoint of what they can give, how they can give back through their business, using their business as a tool to give back to people, organizations that are important to them. So that's someone who needs it. Maybe not quite as obvious. Who else needs it? People who need extra income, which, I mean, if you put down your list of 100 on paper, like we're always telling you to do, and you literally went through that list and asked yourself, who on this list needs extra money? Who have I ever heard complain about money? Who have I ever heard talk about struggling with money? I guarantee that you would probably highlight at least 50% of the people on this list. The majority of people join direct sales because they want part-time income. Part-time income is so attainable with Scentsy, it's unreal. We have a job, we have a need to find these people and show them how we can easily create part-time income with Scentsy. So that's the obvious one.
And okay, so I get this video is essentially made for, you know, recruiting. It's all about recruiting. And they make it such a big part of their business. It's like, okay, what about the products? So let's talk about the products. It is always about whose inbox can we get into, whose DMs can we slide into, who can we manipulate and get them to join under you, that, you know, you're building that team, maybe making money and all of that. That's what it seems to all be about. It's predatory.
Who's a stay-at-home mom? Who's a college student? Who needs income? It's so prevalent out there that people need extra income. I was listening to something on the radio today and they were talking about the percentages of the population that work 80 hours a week or 40 hours a week at minimum. And it just blows my mind to hear how many people are putting in so many extra hours here in the US outside of their traditional 40-hour job just to make ends meet, just to stay ahead of bills. People need what we have. Who needs it? People who need extra income, people who want to give. Okay, let's talk about the emotional side of this business. This is a huge opportunity for us as well. Look at your list of 100, that pen and paper list you've got there. Ask yourself, who do I see that maybe used to work in corporate America, used to work a job, but now stays home with their kids. And so they might be missing that little piece of recognition that they used to get at their full-time job. Who is maybe doing really, really, really well in their career, and they clearly love the recognition and love to have something to drive towards, but maybe they don't want to do this forever. Maybe they want something on the side that's fun for them that they can build while they're still getting their full-time pay. These are the kinds of people that you want to look for, who love recognition, who love success, who aren't afraid to put themselves out there, who need this emotionally. There's so many different levels to how you need this emotionally. You can need it because you love recognition. You can need it because you are just feeling like you don't have an identity anymore. You know, there's so many different levels to the emotional side, and we have to become skilled at identifying that in other people and showing them how Scentsy can fill it. Okay, so those are some of the areas The main three.
Okay, so I want to talk for a second definitely about her emotional points. We just talk about all of the negative emotional things that happen to people when they are a part of an MLM. Me, for an example, it is so unmotivating and upsetting when, you know, you buy into this, you're like, okay, there's my 50 bucks, here's my $100 starter pack, like, yes, I invested some money, but let's just see what happens. But then you are messaging anybody and everybody you can, getting no sort of reply really. Everybody's like, no, or just leaves you on red. It is so much harder and unattainable than what they portray it to be. And even when they do portray it to be maybe a little bit more difficult, they contradict themselves and downplay it by so much. Also, I just think that's so fucked up to let's emotionally just think about what somebody may be going through, and how do you even know that if they're a stranger and you're just like messaging them? Like, how can you get a grasp on that other than maybe watching their stories or being predatory in that type of way? It's honestly just fucked up. That's just what it is.
Gifting, financial, emotional are the main three areas to identify who needs what we have. So let's talk about how. How do you share it with them? How do you close the deal? The how is just as important as the why and the who. The how is the action step. You've thought about who needs it. You've thought about why they need it. Make notes and then prepare to reach out. The reaching out stage, I know, can be the most scary. You can feel so intimidated. And most consultants stop here and they don't go to the how because they're afraid they're going to look pushy or that it's all about them. But the truth is, if you have your notes prepared and you have thought about this person in particular and the little or the lot that you know about that person and are showing them how Scentsy could be of benefit to them, then you absolutely are not going to come across as selfish. However, if you reached out to someone and you said, hey, I'm one recruit away from annual mentor. Can you join Scentsy? Or, I'd love to talk to you about joining Scentsy. Or, oh, I really set a goal of two people every month that I'm trying to recruit. And I really think you'd be great at Scentsy. Those blanketed answers, those are clearly selfish. Those are clearly self-motivated. But if you come to someone and you say, hey, Susan, I have to say, you are so inspiring. I love watching you grow in your career as a chiropractor. You just blow my mind. I love seeing you have a goal, drive towards that goal. And I have to mention to you that because I've seen your drive in your career, I think you would make an excellent Scentsy consultant because you are clearly self-motivated and you clearly know how to set goals and work towards those goals. So if you have an interest in making extra income on the side, or maybe building a career that you could use as part of retirement, extra income when you're retired from being a chiropractor, I'd love to send you more information about Scentsy. I really think your personality would excel in my field. Something along those lines. How in any way does that sound selfish or all about me? I've given her compliments. I've made it about her and her skills. I've complimented how well she's done in her career. That is one example of an approach.
Okay, so from the surface level, sure, that doesn't sound selfish, but would she go out and say that to that chiropractor if it were not to be, a underlying selfish reason? If Scentsy wasn't the middleman or involved whatsoever, would she be going out and saying that if that was not the case? My guess would be no. She would not just do that for the greater good to, really just be like, hey, I think you're great at this, yada, yada, yada. Like, there's a motive. There's always a motive.
Let's say that you want to reach out to somebody about, they're a stay-at-home mom and this is like probably the most common. They're a stay-at-home mom and you want to offer them an option of Scentsy to help supplement their spouse's income. Hey, Monica, how are you? Hope all is well. You've been on my mind a lot recently. I have, all of my friends and family on my list. I pray for you guys all the time. And your name keeps coming to the front of my mind, and I wanted to mention to you, if you're looking for any source of extra income, something fun to do, being a part of a family like we have in Scentsy, but also providing extra income, if you're looking for something like that, I would love to send you some information. Love to send you a packet of information about joining Scentsy, or meet you for a coffee, or talk to you on the phone. I really see you doing well in Scentsy because of your personality, or I know you used to do interior design, and Scentsy has this design element to it. Finding a way to incorporate her to the best of your ability, and if you don't know her that well, scope out her Facebook page. You can learn a lot about someone from that. So anyway, that is 2 examples of how you can present the opportunity. And then when you're trying to close the deal and get someone to actually join, remember that you want to come across as passionate but not desperate. One of my favorite things to say to get someone on the phone with me is, I'd love to talk to you more about this in person, or I'd love to talk to you more about this over the phone. I want to help you decide if this is really the right fit for you, because I want this to be right for you just as much as you do. I'm never going to push you to join my team. I only want you to join my team if you feel like it's right for you. When you put that out there like that, that makes it super clear that you are not in this for yourself. You are in this to show them how it could be of benefit to them.
So it almost seems like they are admitting that it is a benefit to them, but they hide it under these layers and layers of bullshit. Just absolute mouth-watering, spewing all over the damn screen bullshit.
And then I find that once I get on the phone with them or I meet them in person, it's so easy to get them to join. Because if they are willing to take that step to meet you or talk to you on the phone, that shows that they're pretty interested. And then when you talk to them and you're meeting up with them in person, again, you want to stay focused on them and how this could benefit them. Asking them if they have questions. I don't want to just start spewing information to them, because what if what I'm spewing out there isn't relevant to them? Maybe they have no interest in earning trips. Maybe they have no interest in building a team. You don't know what is going to be of interest to them, so you don't want to just spew nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense, but they could take it as nonsense. You want to ask them questions. Keep it focused on them. So, do you have any questions that you wanted to ask me? Typically, they'll ask questions about, how do you stay active? Is there a cancellation policy? Do you have to carry inventory? How do we get paid? Just those common questions. And then once they're done with their questions, I'll say, well, I have a couple questions for you. How do you really see Scentsy enhancing your life? A year from now, how would your life be better because Scentsy was in it? These are the questions I like to ask, to dig, to really understand the heart of their why. Because when you know the heart of their why, what they truly want from their business, that's how when they join, you're going to get them to stay. Because results plus relationships equals retention. Results and relationship equal retention. So you can't have a relationship unless you know why they're in this, you know about their family, you know their heart, you know them, and you have to know their why and what they truly want, like a realistic why. I want $500 a month. I want to save up for this vacation. You have to know a concrete why, and you're only going to know that if you ask those questions and you press in. And getting them the results and having those relationships are the only things that are going to keep them staying when the rocks, when the waves come, when the boat starts to rock. So yes, this is how you're going to close the deal. Knowing them, being able to clearly see why Scentsy would enhance their life, why they see it enhancing their life, and then showing them how they're going to do that. Don't bombard them with information. That is not how you close a deal. How you close a deal is making it about them, telling them the few things that they need to know at that stage of the game, and helping them get off to a great start. So thank you so much, Patty, for asking me to share. I hope that you guys found this to be helpful. Maybe some little nuggets that you can take and start applying to your recruiting game. Recruiting is absolutely changed my life. It's changed my business. It's changed who I am. And I know that it can do the same for you. Focus on blessing other people. Focus on sharing this with other people. And you will see the rewards for them and for yourself. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later.
Alrighty folks, that is that. I think it was just kind of a very interesting take on I'm not gonna say a smaller MLM, because I definitely don't think Scentsy is small by any means. I've heard people in my everyday life talk about it, but I feel like they're just less talked about on the internet with the whole anti-MLM community. So that was definitely very psychological, in the sense of psychological tactics and what you can do to manipulate and kind of get people on your side, on your team, those buzzwords, keywords, what triggers people into maybe thinking this is an opportunity for them. So what are your guys' thoughts, opinions? Let me know in the comments below. I will be down there chatting with you guys, and yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in my next video on Tuesday. We are back with the normal schedule. I'm pumped about it, and I hope you guys are too. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.